South Africa has a floating exchange rate. By floating, we mean that it is determined by the forces in the market. It used to have a fixed exchange rate where it was pegged at one level, and then at a certain period in time, the Reserve Bank would change that level in the exchange rate. However, now it's floating, so it can change at any period. This, of course, does mean that there is a lot of volatility. At the end of 2001, there was an extreme depreciation in the rand, and there was even a commission into how it depreciated so quickly. But at the moment, it's quite stable. You've got to look out in terms of your current account and your balance of payment. If your current account has a very large deficit, it usually leads to a depreciation in the rand. So now we're going to have a quick look at that balance of payments. That balance of payments is made up of the current account, the capital account, and the official reserves in the economy. The current account is the balance of all the goods and services that are exchanged between your country and other countries throughout an entire period. It's also made up of net investment income and net transfers. So it values the level of your exports and the level of your imports in all goods and services, and checks whether your exports were greater in monetary value than your imports, or your imports were greater than your exports. That current account can either be in surplus if the balance or the value of all your exports of goods and services is greater than the amount of your imports of goods and services, or it's in a deficit if it's the other way around, if your imports of goods and services are greater than your exports of goods and services. Remember that it does also include net investment income and net transfers. The capital account measures all the monetary transactions that take place between your country and other countries. All the money that comes in, all the money that goes out. It recognizes all those monetary transactions, how much money is coming in and how much coming out. And the official reserves account measures how much the Reserve Bank has taken in terms of dollars or yen or pounds, how much it has taken in and how much it has taken out. So the balance of payments account is made up of the current account, the capital account, and the official reserves account. All those three must sum to zero. They will always sum to zero. For every unit of foreign exchange that is used, it must somehow have a source. So if the current account is positive, the capital account would have to be negative if the official foreign reserves account was zero. So they always have to balance. If the capital account is zero and the current account is positive, the foreign reserves account would have to be negative. It must always balance to zero.